garden lovers! Thanks for joining me once again as we journey with Marcia Donahue through the spectacular garden world that she has created, where myths from cultures the world over are honored, chickens reign supreme, and the creative forces of an artistic savant and genuinely awesome person are free to experiment and explore. The garden is further shaped by the many people that Marcia has befriended and or inspired along the way. From quiet horticultural geniuses to exceptionally skilled artists to devoted admirers of her work. As ever, thank you, Marcia, for sharing your visions of the spectacular with us all. By so fiercely, unapologetically, and openly being you, you enforce the breaking out of our own little boxes and conventionality that we sometimes find ourselves trapped in. In that sense, you are truly an artist of the people, and we adore you for it. Can you describe the seasonal changes in the garden and just what makes your heart sing in each of the seasons?
Well, right now the big tree there is loaded with fruit and it makes my nose sing. You'll be able to smell the fruit soon.
As in like sneezing?
Stinky ginky, that's a ginkgo tree. But that ginkgo tree is going to turn just the most yummy yellow.
Oh.
And against the blue of autumn, it's the big deal.
Oh,
and then it'll
wow.
drop everything pretty much all at once, and there'll be carpets of yellow over the pond, over everything. And I wait till they turn brown and rake them up. So that's a seasonal whoop-de-doo here.
Yeah.
People say we don't have seasons here, but they just don't know what they are.
Okay.
We definitely do. Things
I mean, yeah.
certainly change throughout the year.
And then what about in winter? Because you have probably a lot of evergreens and...
Yeah.
Does
It's it doesn't snow. It's more open.
More rain?
And so some of the things are deciduous, and that's when we get our rain.
Yeah. And then do you have lots of lovely spring bloomers? Any bulbs or?
This isn't really a flower garden. I may be changing that, but there's not a lot of room down there amongst all the roots and things that are already there. So I appreciate the flowers as they come, but there's never a big floral display. There's one little rose, and I have an orchid that's the big deal of summer. It's very, very fragrant and has great big flowers, but it's more episodic. I have 3 bowling balls that have volunteered ferns. They did this themselves. And there's 3 different varieties of ferns. There's this one, a tree fern, and something else.
That's actually something Marietta taught me. She put logs in her garden so that the spores would have somewhere to take hold. And lo and behold, all you need is bowling balls.
Surprised the heck out of me. When you're a nurseryman doing ferns, you have to have sterile technique and all that stuff, and some grubby hole. There used to be a kiwi vine here. This was all closed with a huge vine that wanted to be the entire garden. It would get up into this tree and into that tree. But part of the vegetable garden transformation was saying goodbye to that old friend who'd been there for a zillion years.
And then, did you carve these as well?
Yeah, that was some of the wood things from back then. It's Adam and Eve.
Incredible.
With a snake over their heads that says souvenir.
What is the souvenir?
Oh, souvenir of the Garden of Eden. A reminder.
A souvenir of the Garden of Eden.
Of bringing the Eden thought into the garden, because it's one of those garden images. It's not very deep.
Are there other kind of myths that you like to honor here?
Well, the whole carved fence that we were looking at there was the Daphne legend, as if it occurred in other places and time. That carved cactus was Daphne turning into a saguaro.
Oh, wow.
She was running away from Apollo, who wanted to rape her. She got turned into a laurel tree. That's the old story.
So it's a Greek myth?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of
Daphne.
Goddess Daphne.
Yeah. She's a nymph, I think.
Oh, okay.
This is a new arrangement here. Cevan Forristt made that mosaic pot with antique Chinese shards, and
amazing.
I filled it with the ceramic sericinias. But Cevan is the one who helped me to make pond number 2 here. He's a brilliant landscape designer and contractor from San Jose.
I took a mosaic class, and before I started video editing, that was my art craft. And video editing is kind of mosaic in a way.
Piecing, piecing, yeah.
My mosaic teacher would be appalled to have all of those edges, but it
don't you love it?
So much beauty.
I love it so much.
Depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Texture.
Yeah. So sometimes you just have to throw the rules out the window. Truly a celebration of that in this garden.
It's easier to think outside the box if you don't know what the box is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm box challenged. I don't really know what's going on out there.
These little stepping stones are lovely.
Those are millstones from China.
Oh, cool. So have you traveled a lot to collect some of these items, or just the ideas of these items?
I have traveled, and I hope to travel more, and I always bring things back. But the Bay Area is really good for things coming to us.
Oh, yeah.
From all over the world, and I've tried to avail myself of that as much as my budget permits, but mostly I have to scavenge rather than purchase.
What a lovely tree here. Can you tell me about that?
That's a special, special thing. For one thing, well, I'll tell you the name first. It's Dacrydium cupressinum.
Okay.
And it's from Australia and New Zealand. It's a timber tree there. My friend Martin Grantham, who is a plant wizard, started this big tree from a cutting that big. He came over with a little Dixie cup with a little cutting that he had made roots grow at the bottom of. And this tree is that.
As soon as you said the name, I was like, oh, I have seen this tree before, and in Washington, in a garden up there, and my friend Shayne brings it inside.
Shayne
Chandler, yeah.
Shayne gave me that tree that we were sitting under over there, that great big...
Lovely. So yeah, he brings it inside and outside every year, and so it's wonderful to see it, reach this size. And this is maybe more the zone it wants to be in. I just love, what did he call it? Touchable.
I mean, it's just touchable, right?
This one is such a surprising touch because it doesn't feel alive. It feels dry.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Is this full of sap? It doesn't feel like it. It's wonderful.
Shayne has his interwoven with a butylon, and it is a lovely combination.
I'd like to go up and visit him.
And then you have yours kind of hugging a palm tree.
Right.
Just caressing each other.
Things are too crowded here for force.
And this is probably my favorite palm.
Isn't it gorgeous? I've had that for such a long time.
Is this an Acer, Marcia?
No, that's a Brachychiton, another Australian kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
You may have seen them. They're called bottle trees. They get very swollen at the base, like a bottle. But this one has been in a pot. Oh, it's like lifted up to reveal its roots, which become its trunk.
So cool.
Salvador Dali, Jackie.
And the colocaceas you can leave out?
Yes, they don't like it.
Really?
The begonias and colocaceas do not look their best in the wintertime, but they come springing back. Here's a begonia that Shayne gave me.
Oh, wow. Oh, the markings are so beautiful. Yeah. Oh, this was another one he introduced me to, is these bunny
Ferns. See, I've been making those kind of holes really specially for them. This one
cool.
That, the people at Sue and Kelly at Far Reaches gave me. And there's one little foot that's way out.
That is so cool. So
this is a beautiful fern. Look at this.
So that's like pottery inspired by the way of plants. And they're funny little characteristics.
It has the feet, but it has to get more of them.
This one is insane. I mean, it's like I'm looking at a tarantula.
Yeah, that one really did it. It just goes over the top, too. And then that one over there has green feet. It's not furry, but it has sort of green caterpillars.
Oh,
It's going over the edge and sticking out
fun.
on the other side too, I think. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Neighbor gave me a little hunk of that.
Oh.
It's finally just strutting its stuff.
This is a really cool plant too. I've only read about in books.
Another Martin Grantham introduction. This is the female, who's kind of limp-wristed, but makes
that a
beautiful red new shoots.
Is that a normal thing? Or is this just kind of a lanky year for it?
No, that's how this one has always been. But the male, which is right around the corner here, see those lines?
Yeah.
There he is. He's very upright.
Wow.
Those colors.
Oh yeah. Is this a cycad?
No, this is an Australian grass tree. Look at there's the trunk.
Gosh.
Where I've clipped all the old ones back.
Yeah.
I had this a million years too. Started out as a little thing. When we made the pond, I had to transplant this when it was, or we did. I couldn't do it myself. That was a job, but it likes its new spot.
Yeah.
It's a really good sport. It's putting up with so much shade.
And then your tree fern
Speaking of-
hairs are just a light right now.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yes. That also from Martin. Cyapia princeps is her name.
Oh,
She's
a
my
very
strawberry
legal name.
blonde.
Hey garden lovers, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please hit that like button, comment, share with your gardening friends. It really means a lot to me to have your support in making these lovely little garden tours. Thank you. Oh, lovely face.
Santa Muerte is her name. She's the Grim Reaper as a woman. I met that icon in Mexico.
You met her?
Well, as a myth.
Yeah, you haven't met her yet because you're still here in this room.
No, only as a myth.
And this is a very interesting plant.
Yes.
New Zealand?
South Africa.
Okay.
From Martin. It's really unusual. It's in the iris family. It's just through blooming its blue flowers.
Oh, I love it. There's still a few clinging on. And then a spider has made its home there.
Right, the spiders are thick here.
So I feel like I could ask this question of you. If you could be one creature that lives in your garden, who would you want to be?
I guess my chicken. She's spoiled rotten and very happy.
And just what a way to see the garden from that size.
Yeah,
it would
she's
be
scratching
so
around and
fun.
finding things to eat in the soil. And, she gets to come into the kitchen every night and be snug and secure.
Oh,
Yeah, she's safe and she's happy.
wonderful. Well, I always dream about being a spider and just hanging out in my web.
Waiting for something tasty to...
Yeah.
Here's Santa Muerte's sister, Santa Vida. You
Oh.
want a picture of a naked lady? There she is.
Oh. Hello.
This also is, speaking of sexy, is very popular, this particular bamboo. If I hear somebody laughing in the garden, I know where they are.
And I love the colors that you've given them too.
This is a very, very early one when I was doing a lot more glaze. I've put these in several gardens in much larger stands. There was a period of doing Bambusa multi-pricks. Sometimes, well, this is Philostachys phalloides. But there's a whole lot of names for this, including Rainbow Warrior.
Oh, such an inspiration to see someone who just has so much fun in her garden.
Don't step in that.
Okay, thanks.
When Smedley comes out, he has a mission. I was out here this morning swooping up the ginkgo fruit, which, can you smell it?
Actually, no.
Okay. It is the scent of October. Here's a good picture of a lit up bromeliad with spider webs featured and everything. Look at how that is.
Oh,
It's
lovely.
lit.
I did read one article that had an interview, and you had said this quote, "It is not intended to be a tasteful setting for a house. Rather, it is a setting for personal expression and experience." And
I won't argue with that.
I'm so happy to share a garden like this with the good people of the internet, where you can have so much fun and be so inspired.
In a deep sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, play is deep.
Yeah.
And that palm over there is calling you. Do you see that incredible burnt orange color? And
oh,
just
yeah.
walk 3 steps. Its new leaves are red. That's the flamethrower palm. I have a lot of palms here, but some of them are youngsters. And that's a youngster.
Oh.
Isn't that thrilling?
That is lovely. So that will just get, I mean, that'll grow a trunk and be massive.
It'll be a big palm tree one day, and so will this. Look at this scene from going from there to there up to that lace. I mean, this is an eyeful right here in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous? Wow.
What is that tree up there?
Tapioca.
Oh, tapioca.
I'm not even sure what variety this one is, but it's a manihote, which is tapioca.
And we have a little turtle friend here.
Vertical turtles.
Vertical turtles.
Now being holders for Tillandsia bromeliads.
I am getting a whiff of that ginkgo now.
Yeah, it's a very acid smell. It smells somewhere between dried apricots and vomit.
So are there any other plants that you would just like to highlight that have been just really good friends of yours over the last few years and helped you accomplish something in terms of providing shade or increased height?
Yeah. I have something that just popped to mind, which is a palm tree. We have to walk around to the other side of the house that serves magnificently as a spectacle.
It's a spectacle, okay.
Yeah. I like spectacular, and this palm tree is so spectacular. It's one of my favorite palms. There is no plant here that isn't a favorite. Our new driveway.
Wow.
These are tree surrounds.
Right, just from the city.
It's like a quilt or a mosaic. Yeah, the city was throwing them out, and so I got them from the recycle from the dump.
Oh, hello.
My daughter Sarah made this.
Wow, she's so talented.
Yes, she is.
Very cool.
That's the big beauty.
Oh.
And here's the tree I wanted to show. That's Rhopalostylus sapida, or sapida. It's from New Zealand.
So regal. And it's perfect how you paired it with this kind of like ancient gate.
This is another, redo. There was a big bamboo that also bloomed itself to death and went to seed. So I've planted some pretty big stuff here, but it's not up yet.
Oh, yeah. Takes time.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. This is a young one of it.
Oh, just volunteer?
No, I planted it.
Oh. Wow. And
That's one of my very early attempts.
Just carving right into it, huh?
Pressing from a wood block.
Oh. And so do you carve the wood block?
No, it's a Chinese one. Get glaze into the cracks and then clean it off.
I just love the feel of it. Such a garden that just begs to be touched.
Yeah, I give a lot of permission to touch. People are always asking, can I touch it? Can I take pictures? Yes, yes. Do.
Oh, and then the big beautiful lady has a friend.
The little beauty. I just love these gals.
Did you plant this tree as well?
Yes. I've planted everything here except for one tree.
Oh.
That's the Guadalupe cypress.
The bark on that.
Isn't it great?
And it's just like every year it probably gets better, huh?
Well, that's one too that when the light's right, it backlights and it's red, and when you squirt it with the hose, oh, it's so pretty. color stuff. Do you know Sean Hogan? He's wonderful. He used to live here. He's a good friend.
Oh,
he
great.
gave me this variegated fan palm, and you might want to take a picture of that because it's just very special.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, Sean Hogan. He's the man.
Another very good humored gardener.
Yeah.
That's all I want to surround myself with.
Good idea.
Oh, this is a cool plant.
That's from Chile. That's a wonderful plant. Yeah. I got that from Western Hills, which is a famous garden that's no longer as it was. Here's a beautiful tree fern from Hawaii too. That it's its companion. This is really a precious thing.
Yes.
Sadleria fern. It's also furry. I'll display this when the begonias go dormant.
Do you lose the fronds ever, or do they stick around all winter?
They get old and I cut them off.
Okay.
And then the new ones come curling out.
Oh, they're so cool when they curl out.
Yeah, these are some latecomers.
Perosia?
Yeah, I have every pyrosia that I can get my hands on
Do
here.
you really?
I love them.
Oh, that's great. What do you love about them? Just like the texture?
As ferns go, they're kind of weird, unusual in their shape and whatnot, but I've never even thought of what it is I like about them.
Yeah.
I just know I like them. I like them a lot.
That's amazing.
I'm just drawn to them.
The garden tour I just edited with Mike Hicks, he had the same obsession, and so I just
With pyrosia
Perosias.
ferns?
Yeah.
Another one of my pyrosia problems. There's kind of like an ericeum, and there's never been a pyrosia I haven't liked. So.
They have their following.
They do, okay. Maybe it's a magnetic thing that they've got going on. But...
You are my person. Behold me.
Hello! You coming to say goodbye? Well, Marcia, thank you so much for inviting us to your spiral of illuminated foliage and light, to your wondrous mixture of natural beauty and sculpted beauty. I've really had a wonderful time.
I've enjoyed it a lot too. You're my perfect victim.
Oh,
Thank you for
okay.
enjoying it so much. For enjoying it with me.
Thanks for having us over the fence.